Hi, my name is lllkin and I'm the author of Blue Mountain Mist. I am doing another entry today. So this entry was really interesting. I went to our local book club and found this book. Now this book is called The Power of Half. So Hannah has very high level sensory. So let me explain, and this has nothing to do with the death secrets. The death secrets are 1,000 times worse. Probably what ended up happening is, if you notice this girl's cheeks, they all have like the freckles. That is part of Hannah's anthropology journal. She may have passed away. Now, I don't know that for sure. But what ends up happening is sometimes they replicate a female. This could be guilt, this could be whatever the case may be. They just may have replicated her, because this one here doesn't have those same features. Now, ironically, this girl's last name is Salwen, which tells Hannah this is media people. Now, it gets really ugly because when we look at books like this, and this is completely new, and also the author of this book is this 14-year-old girl named Hannah. Now, Hannah, them trying to push or pass on the baton to the younger generation, which is great and dandy. But when we look at the power of half, it's very concerning to me. That tells me either India or Europe may have taken the Robin Hood medical device away from the Turks and do it themselves. So on the next round of stealing $1 billion, they might just give the other half to these media people who desperately need it and build their little fantasy islands for acting and security and all of that. So it's very high level, veil based. Are you okay with this? I'm actually very okay, because if you knew the shit China and Russia and the other countries were doing, the last thing we need is the Americans to be ethical, or the Canadians for that matter. We don't want that type of ethics in the North America realm at all. It will make countries sink. What are we trying to do? We are trying to, with the death secrets and with so many sensory and with so much information, we want to present a different type of processing of information. B, the 101 proposals for green. C, a different type of economy. And D, all the levels of infrastructure as in a proposal format, and then shutting the whole production down. Why are we doing that? We are doing that so that they can digest the magnitude of what just hit Earth. Now, for the average person, you might not get how important Hannah is, but for the secret societies and the back end and some of the high level academics, she is beyond mortifying. For several reasons. It's the concept of cars. When cars first came out in the early 1900s, and they're driving around the Ford with their putt, where everybody else was on horses, it was huge. A lot of these things, including the freckles, which are part of traits, a lot of these things Hannah did pre-DNA highlight. So that's number one. Number two, what else did it do? It actually, in 100 years from now, pushed the level of safety for all humans, because it just didn't fly with a female. Now, with the men, it's okay because, you know, the medicals, this and that. But with the 101 proposals, and then we shut it down, it actually brought out the Council of Intelligence to a higher degree. Like I said, without jeopardizing the military's position in different parts of the globe. Even if there's emergence, there's still some nutjob sergeant out there that's going to abuse one community over another. By doing the proposals, it releases a lot of the pressure that was impacting humans today. Remember, back in the day, 20,000 years ago, when armies ran the earth, 90% of females were killed. Well, a lot of these things carried over and are secretly done. And that is why we are pushing the protection of not just Negro or not just squalor children or not just poor rural Chinese or Indian. We are actually protecting the position of all humans with a lethal medical device. So Hannah is now trying to steal it back from the medicals, this Robin Hood concept. Because, I mean, think about how spoiled these people are. You just stole another $1 billion from somewhere, and the other half, this is a Huber book now, the other half you want to spend on your transgenders and live your lavish lifestyles. We still want you to have those lavish lifestyles, but without the proposals. That's the key element of female. Remember, she did Kanata means wings. She did Jerusalem. She did the whole sun collection based off God. We want to humanize it now. Work with the 101 or 200 staff to be able to launch a different train of thought. Now, why doesn't she merge with these guys? She doesn't want to, because number one, she hasn't been paid. They are in her bank accounts, part of combat. Number two, these guys have a different train of thought, which is very, very male. She wants to finish the proposals without these guys, and then they can do the marketing and the launching afterwards. So this is where we are today, and how ugly it is, and how spoiled they're pushing humans to be with the power of half. That is Hannah's guess on it. There you go, another entry today, and we are praying that this female is okay. But we have another version of her, which is very, very daunting. She might not even know. So that is where we are today. Thank you and have a good day.